purse, you know. And then I was able to date different type of men. I was able to date men with money, men without money, men that drove fucking, you know, very nice ass expensive cars. You know, I've been able to live that type of stuff. So when I'm talking about things, I'm not just blowing steam out my ass and just feeding you the bobo. I'm telling you some shit that I really actually know. Check my motherfucking bio. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be on no foolishness. I mean, you know, I got too much shit going on. You know, to be on some old dumb shit and to be feeding y'all some shit that I don't know nothing the fuck about. And I'm trying to learn as I go. Fuck all that. No, I don't have time for that foolishness. You know, and I don't have time for those type of people in my life either. You know, but anyway, needless to say, yes, my trip was very fun, but it was kind of touch and go. I had to change rooms, and those of you guys that follow me on my Facebook, I had put it out there in the universe that, you know, these guys are constantly coming to my door, my room. One day I came home from, you know, the convention center and everything, and I came back to my room to get dressed and everything. I had Jody on my hip, and me and her, you know, we talking it up. She couldn't get away from her job either, so and so I meet these guys in the lobby, and they, you know, they talking, you know, whoop de whoop whoop whoop, and you know, they looking at me up and down and checking me all out, and you know, men gonna be men. I'm so keyed in on they skilo and they get out. You know, I mean, I have a good ass time, but I keeps it 100. You understand what I'm saying? I don't play no games with men. I don't pussyfoot around. I'm a flirt. I am that. I admit that shit to you wholeheartedly. But trust and believe I'm on my A game. Just because you probably see me by myself, please believe I'm not by myself. And I'm going to leave that like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm legal. That's it. That's it. Okay? But needless to say, family, I had a wonderful time. But the men was, I mean, and it does make a woman feel good to be able to catch the eyes of men and to be adorned by men, that men actually, because I have a problem to get whatever the fuck it is that I want from a man. I don't have a problem. I don't. It's just the fact that I don't do strange flesh. I've been there and I've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying 10 minutes ago, that the very first one night stand that I had in New Orleans, it was all bad, you know. And I still remember it to this day. I stayed at the Hampton Inn right across the street from the convention center. I never forget it. I was getting ready to get to putting some things out that I don't need to. But needless to say, I had 2 one-night stands that Essence Festival weekend. And believe it or not, one of the guys, you know, we still converse to this day. And, you know, he hits me up on Facebook. You know, we talk on the phone from time to time. And, you know, we still keep up, you know, one another. Like, hey, what's up? What's good? You know, whoop de whoop whoop whoop, you know. But, you know, I can't go back. And all this past weekend, you know, he was hitting me up. Where you at now? You on Bourbon? Where you at now? Whoop de whoop. You at the convention center? And what you gonna do after the show? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed after the show. Now, I must admit to you ladies, I had a wonderful time at Essence Music Festival this weekend. I met some fine ass dudes. I ain't got shit to hide about mine. Straight the fuck up. I had a real good time at Essence Music Festival weekend. Let me tell you something. I didn't pay for not one concert ticket. Not one. Okay? Bitch was on the floor every day. Every concert night, I was on that goddamn floor partying my ass off with everybody. All that. I didn't pay for not one concert ticket. I didn't really pay to eat. I paid to eat when I went to Brothers. You know what I mean? But I didn't have to pay for that kind of stuff. None of that. But I kept it 100 and I kept my legs closed. And that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm no longer a prey. You know, I'm too stronger than that today. You know, there was a time that, yes, I was weak. And when you are traveling and you are traveling by yourself, you better have your A game on. And you better have your wits about you. You better have some standards. And you can't do strange flesh. That's just the bottom line. Now, when I met those gentlemen in the lobby and I'm heading to my room, and before I can get in my room and set all my things down, I think I had just peed and sat on the bed, and you know, I was opening up my chicken and shit and getting ready to get at that, and me and Jody talking it up and laughing and kicking. Knock, 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 knock. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold the fuck the phone. And I'm like, who is it? And he said something. Bitch like me, because I have no fear. Now, I know this is a cardinal sin. I know what y'all gonna say. Bitch, you did what? I opened up the motherfucking door. That lets you know I don't have no fear, because I don't fear bitches. I don't fear niggas neither. But I opened up the motherfucking door like, hello. Fine as fuck. Ooh, he was fine as fuck. I opened up the door, and so he was like, hello, you know, my name is, you know, whoop de whoop whoop. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, he was like, well, I saw you walking around and everything, and, you know, I just wanted to come and introduce myself and just say, Miss Lady, you know, you was fine as hell. You know, I just would like, can we just exchange numbers? Maybe I could take you to go eat while you're down here. I know you're here for the festival. You know, I'm from such and such. He gave me his card. And then before he can get out everything that he was saying, he was like, oh, this is my boy. You know, he had to come see it again for himself too. Just to see that, you know, damn, you know, you are fine as hell. You know, and I was like, you know, and at this point in time, especially now that I've seen this motherfucking friend, my heart is beating. You know what I'm saying? But trust and believe, my satchel ain't too far away. So my heart is beating, but I'm like, oh shit, okay, bitch. You better have your motherfucking A game on, and you better have your wits about you right now and stand firm and let these niggas know what's happening, that you ain't one of them, you know. So Jody on the phone, she's listening to everything. So, and I said, well, I thank you. I appreciate your time and all that, but, you know, I can't really do the door coming to thing. I can't do the, you know, the room visits and all that. I let them know. I let them know in a polite way, a respectable way, but I let them know that don't do me one of them because I'm not her. After I did that, much respect, no problem. He was like, well, Miss Lady, no problem. You know, I don't mean to scare you, none of that, but, you know, I just had to. Okay, once he saw the look in my face and knew that I'm not prey, because see, men will gravitate to the weak, and if they feel as though they can talk you out of your shit, they're gonna do just that. But you have to be strong and stern enough to say, no, I'm not getting ready to do that. No, I don't want to. Thank you, but no thank you. And women, you have to have some self-pride. You know, that all this right here, all this is mine. All this is genetically given to me. From my mama, with the help of God, and my daddy, he put his 2 cents in it on it too. But all this is my shit. You are crowding my personal space right now. I'm not saying that you have to have an attitude with a man, because I don't have attitudes with men. And I guess that's why men, you know, when I get to chalking it up with them, they look at me like, oh my God, her personality is woo woo woo, because I don't wear an attitude on my sleeve. I never have. I don't be like, none of that shit. I'm not her. Please. I mean, you just a man. I know what you're capable of doing. You just a man. That's it. But I don't show men no attitude like, well, yeah, if you gonna buy me and my girls a drink and all that. I'm not into all that bullshit. I'm not into none of that. And so, and I think men, when they meet me, you know, I'm total opposite of what they probably think I am, because they probably think that I'm probably stuck up, or she probably has an attitude, or, and I'm not of the kind. So when they actually get a chance to hear my voice and I come off with them on some old okey doke type of shit, and I'm laughing and kicking and all, and I'm a touchy person, so When I'm talking to you, I'm subject to touch your arm, touch your chest, all that shit. I touch him when I talk to him. That's just part of my personality. It might not be cool, but that's just what the fuck I do. So when I'm kicking and I'm talking to men and shit, and I'm touching them, and they like, oh my god, you know, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what, but they dig it. But it's just part of my personality though. So after I politely told the dudes that I was cool or whatever, it was over with. So I thought, I get dressed, I got all suited and booted. I had my all white on, corset, boot, the whoop, 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 jumpsuit, this, that, damn, boom, bam, boom. I comes out of my room, y'all. I comes out of my room and I'm just strutting, have my little heels on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking feet just walking on top of each other like I'm stepping on top of shit. You know I'm pigeon toed. Baby, I come through that motherfucking lobby and I tell you what, them niggas was on a bitch like two booty cheeks. They was like, oh shit, what? Yeah, no problem. So I high and buyed them. Okay, see you later, bye. Got in my whip, went on, because I don't like to walk. So, you know, when I go to New Orleans, I could be right down the street from the Dome. But shit, bitch, I ain't walking. Fuck that. Get my motherfucking whip and go head on and bend a couple of them. And I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Shit. Had a ticket waiting on a bitch at the door. Don't play with me. We'll call, yeah, I have a ticket waiting on Tina Whoop de Whoop. No problem. So, anyway, the next morning, family, I get another knock at the door. Boop, 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 boop. I'm on California time, okay? So, 10 o'clock in the morning for me is 8 o'clock, theoretically, in my mind, you know. I get this knock at the door, this motherfucker, and I didn't open the door this time. So, I'm like, who is it? And so, he said something. And I said, baby, it's too early. Mama is trying to get some sleep, baby. I'm from California. I ain't from around these parts. I'm tired and I'm asleep. I have to holler at you tomorrow, later on in the day, or whatever. Oh, okay, Miss Lady, I'm so sorry, and whoop de whoop whoop whoop, and I'm sorry, this. At that point, I said, okay, I need my room change. I put it on my Facebook, and you guys was like, 911. You guys was like, bitch, if you don't call 911, whoop de whoop whoop whoop. And I was like, okay. So I had my room changed and all that kind of stuff. And, I ended up seeing them same niggas once again at the convention center, and you know, and they was like, wow, Miss Lady, you know, and I was like, man, you know, it just is what it is, family. And that's why I'm saying, you know, you have to be comfortable with what you're working with. Just like the young lady said on the video responses, whatever that works for you, play that shit up and play down the rest. You know, for me, you know, I have my own set of insecurities. I do have my own set of insecurities. But you know what? Guess what? You know, there's nobody perfect. There's everybody gonna have something wrong. I got so many motherfucking scars and tattoo. Excuse me. I don't want to say tattoo because then somebody be like, oh, Tina, you got a tattoo. No, I don't have any tattoos. No tattoos. But, you know, I got so many battle scars and shit from surgeries and shit from losing a lot of weight. You have to do that. You have to do what you got to do. So even when bitches make fun of that and say, okay, this bitch right here, whoop de whoop, you can say what you want to. Ain't nothing about me's plastic, darling. Ain't nothing about this. My titties are real as they come. My ass is real. My hips is real. My pussy is 100. Yes. So, you know, it's like, you know, it's amazing how there are so many women that have so many different hang-ups and insecurities, and they feel the need to try to downplay another. And it's like, you know, some women you can kind of get to like that, but I'm one of them that you can't. And when I feel like this is going to bother you, bitch, I'm getting ready to poop, 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 because that's the very thing that's fucking with you. So sometimes, you know, sometimes the very thing you're trying to do, it ain't working. So, I say unto you ladies, live your lives in color. When you look at a woman, just know that every woman has her own story. And sometimes those stories can be dark. It ain't always a fairy tale. It isn't. And sometimes when you see a woman well put together, sometimes it can be a front for what it is that she's actually really feeling. But on the interim, though, we as women need to give each other respect because we are all in a battle. We all got the same shit to deal with. We are all in the living, and we still have to coexist with men. We have to bear children. Some of us have been blessed to do so. Some of us have not had any children. That just has not been your calling. That's not what you were put here to do. You were here to do something else. And that's just it. When I meet women and they say, well, Tina, I've never been married. I've never had any children. Well, guess what? When a man asks you, how come you don't have no kids? Just tell him, you know what, guess what? I just been responsible, baby. I've been responsible. I don't want to be bringing children out here in this world without a husband, without us all having the same name. So, it's certain things that women come at me with, and it makes me so much stronger. And it makes me look at my life and say, you know what? Yeah, that was a little trying. But then I look at some things and I say, you know what, guess what? That was just a pebble in the path of my progress. Because I know that there are so many blessings out there with my name on them. I know that. And I know that also for you guys. I don't hate anybody. I don't. There's friendships that I had, and and I feel like I've been crossed a time or two. But does that mean that I dislike you or I hate you and can't stand you? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that we didn't mesh very well. But that's okay. You do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do. And whatever it is that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do it damn well. Because that's just the way I think. If I'm going to commit to something, baby, I'm gonna put my foot in it, as my mama used to say. Baby, I'm jumping all in. It's going to be all hands on deck, because I don't do sideways. I don't do sideways or halfway. I do it all the way, and that's just the way Tina is. And I think that some people gravitate to that, and then there are some people that they don't understand it. That's the only word I'm going to use. I don't want to say hating, because sometimes hating become a cliche, and everybody don't have haters. Let me just say that shit, because you will hear that all the time. Oh, I got a hater. Oh, I got a hater. Oh, I got a hater. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say that everybody don't have haters, because you know what? I think everybody can have a hater. There's always somebody that's doing better than you and less than you. So the people that because to me personally, I feel like I hold that thought. I hold that thought. But anyway, family, on that note, ladies, I love you guys. I love you, and I love you past your pain. Because I bear a lot of it too. I really, really do. And I'm a crier. I'm a worry wart. I'm all those things. But I'm also loving, giving, nurturing, caring, and I'm a sharing and giving person. That's just also who I am. Some people sense it, some people don't. But it's okay. You're not going to win them all. Everybody ain't going to dig us. Everybody's not going to do it. But